antique channel. And today I have a painting here. A friend bought this one from auction, and it is a Saintin's painting, the French neoclassic painter. And this one is, according to the auction, was dedication to Alexandre Dumas, a famous writer. Okay, if you're interested in the painter, that's him, neoclassic French painter and writer, of course, Dumas. Yep. But we don't talk about them. We just talk about the Chinese translation here. And see this one here, okay? And you see, let me zoom in a little bit, and you see that this part. For Chinese reader, you probably recognize this. Somehow, kind of, you feel like this is a Chinese writing, but it's hard to tell what it is. Until last night, I realized what's going on here, and I turned this painting upside down, see what I find out. Interesting, right? Somehow the painter or somebody else write this Chinese word wrong and upside down, and I recognize right away. This is Sheng Cheng Fang, and this means province or state. This is a city, and this is Fang. Fang is normally mean it's a store, kind of like a boutique store. Oh, there are some other meanings, but I believe it's store here. Let me just go by word, and let me see. I have this one here. This is the first, right? Province capital square, and the Fang itself, kind of a border meaning on that, and they are kind of mean more about the. Let's see. Go back a little bit. Sorry about that. And then there's a store, Pai Fang, and there's also a surname and the alley, right? But Pai Fang means that's kind of a arch gateway, and more likely, I think this is a store over here. And let's go back. How to translate? This is like the late 19th century, so I think the meaning doesn't a little bit make sense nowadays. It's probably there's some similarity, but we don't say this way right now. And it's like the capital city's store, right? It's hard to say. It's kind of I feels like this probably this person, this young fellow, young Chinese man, he probably working at the store in the big city at that time, and that's how he portrayed it from the dress and the look. I think he said like it doesn't necessarily mean he's a poor, but he's definitely not rich, and he probably is kind of makes sense. He worked for like a store clerk, doing some labor work. Yeah, maybe do some right, take some notes for the store, and maybe he doesn't necessarily he's not literate, but kind of his work is he doing some work, and that's how just make a guess, right? And the auction doesn't say too much about it. The second part on the top left, this three word here, and it means Fushitong. Fu is rich, and this means things, and kind of a things, and this tong means through, and kind of rich things coming through. but we don't say things this way. But still, it's an Asian. Is a kind of Asian painting, and it might have some meaning over the time, but that's how I think. A French painter painted a Chinese figure down there in so I think it was in America, and I don't remember he ever been in China or Japan, East Asia, in part of East Asia, so he probably did this in French, and maybe there's a store down there, a Chinese store down there, you find a model, he's doing this, but none of this we can have any problems record from the purchase. So we're still looking for more record. We're still going through that. We'll keep everybody posted if you're interested. And about this part, the Fushitong doesn't, I just mentioned, it just makes sense because if you do a Google search, put this three word in the Google, and we found this, right? And this is also a Chinese word. They're pronounced the same. It's different meaning. This is the things. This is things. This is kind of like a person, something like that. But the close one come out to this. What is this? Most Japanese and Chinese know this is a Japanese company. It's a very old company. It started in 1935. right? It could be, we might understand, maybe it's a possibility, it's something related to this Japanese company, even it's Chinese painting, but it's about Chinese man. But the time the painter was in far ahead, kind of slightly ahead of his time. So that doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of work to do to find out why. So we'll keep digging. And if you know something about it, you see something similar, feel free to share with us. We'll be appreciated. Okay? Thank you very much for watching our video. Bye-bye.